Hey everybody, I wanted to introduce myself since this is a new channel and some of you may not know who I am yet. My name is Sarah and I run Sarah Bunky Healthy Living over on Facebook and Instagram. I have been a Beachbody coach now for 2 years and have spent the last 2 years helping, I don't even remember, I've lost count of how many people I've helped trying to find healthier lives, healthier way of living, better eating habits, and trying to stay active. The people that I have found and that have come to me, some of them have got severe health issues that I have just helped them find better eating habits to maintain what their doctors are already telling them. I've got new moms. I've got moms that their kids have grown and moved out and are just looking to get some exercise now that their kids no longer live there. I've also got mental health customers who relate to me on the severe anxiety and clinical depression levels. And now my battery is telling me it's dying. I do a lot of my videos from my car just because it's a quiet space for me to do videos, and I work 40 hours a week, so on my lunch break I sit out here in my car and I do my videos. During the week I try to do videos when my husband is not around, because otherwise I have him kind of lurking behind me asking me what I'm doing when he doesn't realize that I'm not talking to myself. I'm doing a live Facebook video, or I am just doing a video like this where I am talking to myself. I decided to start the YouTube channel because I am branching out. I have, like I said, been doing this for 2 years, and I think it's time that I started stepping up my game a little bit. I have got a 3-year-old son, my husband and I do, and he's my favorite person in the whole world. I love that little boy more than life itself. And he is the reason that I became a coach. He's the reason that I get up every morning. He's the reason that I try healthy recipes every day during the week. And he is the reason that I drink Shakeology. He deserves a mom that is healthy, inside and out. I'm 37 years old. I'm not getting any younger. I need to be able to keep up with this kid who is on the move constantly. And if you have a 3-year-old, you probably understand. He is in a lot of my videos. He is in a lot of my stories. He's my world. So when I became a coach, it was for that little boy initially. He was the reason that I signed up to be a coach, because I thought that he deserved a healthy mom. And since my health is not 100% great, I wanted to do something to improve that. I have a heart condition that it's not dangerous. It's just something that they keep an eye on. There's a valve in there that gets either stuck shut or stuck open. Most of the time it works fine. I am on medication to help with that. I'm also on medication for hypertension because my blood pressure is a serious issue. When I was pregnant, it was a bigger issue, and my son was actually born 2.5 weeks early to keep me alive. My son, because he was born a little bit early, was born with weak lungs, but he was breathing on his own and he was breathing fine. But his lungs were a little underdeveloped, so as he grew, he started having breathing issues, and he developed bronchiolitis at 4 months of age. And that stayed with him until, I want to say, just last year. So breathing treatments, ER visits, because he couldn't breathe, taking his oxygen levels daily for weeks at a time. It was scary. When he was 17 months old, he had to have surgery. He had tubes put in his ears. He had a cyst removed from his left eardrum that was causing pressure, so he wasn't hearing out of his left ear. And he had his adenoids taken out. So that was about a week of healing at home for him. He got scabs on the back of his throat where they took the adenoids out, and that irritated him something fierce. But He was also born with a heart murmur, which scared me, having a heart condition, and it was gone by the time he was a year old. It was considered a soft murmur, so I was very thankful for that. Overall, now that he's 3, he's a healthy kid. He's running and he can breathe fine. When he gets a cold, I still ask him, can you breathe? And he will take a deep breath for me and tell me yes or no, and then we'll go get the oxygen reader, just because he's got a very paranoid mom. My health is still the same. You know, the heart problem is still there. I had pneumonia back in April of last year, and that caused me to not be able to work out for a good 3 months because I couldn't breathe. I let it go too long, and I know better. But you know, when you work 40 hours a week, it's hard to take time off when you are bringing home part of your income, you know. And so when I became a coach, it was because I wanted to be able to stop working. I wanted to get out of working so that when my son starts kindergarten, I can take him to and from school. I can volunteer at the school. I can be the mom that, you know, can go to his class and sit and help the kids do things. As it is right now, my son is in daycare. And he was in a big daycare when he first started, and that was great, but it was causing him to be sick all the time. He had a cold every 3 weeks for a good year. He was being bitten and scratched, and I know that it's kids and they do that, but it was a constant thing, and I was having to constantly sign off on these incident reports, and I was starting to hate it. And then minimum wage went up in Washington State, and that caused the daycare to up our rates, so I had to move him because I couldn't afford to pay their rates anymore. We don't get state assistance, so we were at the bottom end of that, where we had to shell out almost $900 for a 2-year-old. So we moved him to an in-home daycare, and he got cut down to like a 12-kid class, and that was all the kids that were there, and he hasn't had one cold since he's been there in the year that he's been there. Nope. Do what?
You're just chilling out here?
Just chilling out here. Yes. Okay. I'm doing a video.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Does happen. I'm at work, like I said. But his new daycare is great. Sorry for the interruption. That happens a lot. His new daycare is great. I absolutely love his teachers. He's got a husband and wife and a sister-in-law that take care of him, and he absolutely loves it. He loves his friends. He's got, now there's only like 8 of them, so he only has a few little friends. But he's, you know, going to birthday parties and play dates and stuff, and he's thriving. His speech caught up right away within 2 months after his ear surgery, so that was great. And for the first year and a half that I did this business, it was all about him. It was, you know, I need to quit my job because it's stressful. I love the people I work with. They like to interrupt me when I'm doing this. They don't mean to, because they don't know that I'm doing it, but the work itself is overwhelming for me. It's very stressful for me, and that's why I need to find a new job, for one thing. But the coaching, I'm hoping that it will offset that in a few years. Just in the last, like, I want to say 6 to 8 months of this business, it has turned into, not just for my son, but for all of these people that I'm now helping. This is why I'm doing this, is to help people better themselves. I don't believe that you have to be skinny to be healthy and fit. That's a bunch of crap. Skinny to me is not necessarily healthy. Fit and healthy is a lifestyle. It's not the way you look. And that's what I'm out to do, is to help people learn that lifestyle. My English teacher, if you ever see this, Mrs. Bain from Lewis and Clark High School way back in the day, I am very sorry that I'm using so many no words and I keep saying She would slap the crap out of me for that. So that's what I wanted to come on here, do my first video for you guys, kind of give you an idea of who I am, why I became a coach, and why I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be doing this for as long as I can. I have 2 people that are now on my team. My team is called Team Catching Fire. I know, make all of the Hunger Game jokes that you want. It wasn't even intentional that it was directed at the Hunger Games. It was just, there is a fire in me, and being a coach, I feel it spreading. So that's where that came from. It has nothing to do with the Hunger Games. So a lot of people pointed that out to me, and I was like, oh man, oh whatever. So I do have 2 people on my team, and I'm always looking to add more people who, you know, want to help other people find that healthy lifestyle. If that sounds like something that you ever are curious about, I would love to just talk to you about it. I'm not out to set you up today. You know, don't feel pressured or anything. I want to talk to people, and I want to spread this business around, and I want other people to know that even if they're not ready to jump on the bandwagon of being super healthy or helping other people, you can still get into this business and help yourself. It all starts with you. People are going to follow you based on what you are doing. So that's where I'm coming from. YouTube is a new adventure for me. These videos will get better as I go. I don't have editing skills yet, so I'm sure I will learn those. So for now, it's just this. So I'm sorry if it's crap. I will be on, off and on. I don't know what the frequency is going to be yet, because I do live videos every day, or try to, on my Facebook page. So you can find me there at Sarah Bunky Healthy Living, just like the name of this channel. And you can also find me on Instagram under the same name. I will talk to you guys all very soon. If you wouldn't mind subscribing if you want, so that you can keep in touch. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.